So sometimes I create animations using Microsoft Word, using only numbers 000.
So the binary numbers.
The binary
Yeah,
numbers.
the binary numbers. Yeah. So at like 10 a.m. nikapiga Walter. Walter is my husband. I was like, mi nimechoka. By the way, nimechoka for real. Akaniambia, by the way, kwani tuko vibaya hivyo? Are we really doing that bad? So you quit.
Just quit.
Just quit. So the kids, I don't know whose kids, walikuja with wembes. They cut out the whole project. Chuma sijui nani aliiba. Aliona hizi nitaziuza ka scrap maybe. I don't know. We have no project, guys.
You know that's overthinking is a problem because in that 6 hours there's no overthinking.
Yeah.
You
This
actually
works, it works.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. Today's topic is an interesting one. In the journey of learning, there's that learning that you get in school, maybe in a place of work. But there's also that other part that is called self-learning. And a majority of us have had to build careers out of things that we have taught ourselves. And even science, I think there are some scientific studies that talk about the most successful people are those that have managed to go beyond the taught part and go into the self-taught segment. And of course, for us to have this conversation, we are graced to have Wixx. Most of you know her as Wixx, but her government names ni mingi, ni tano. Winfred, Esther, Nancy. Why do you have 5 names? Anyway, that one we will discuss after this. But of course, if you're wondering, we're at our new digs. It's called Wixx Africa. As you can see, it's a beautiful location for anyone who is thinking about a co-working space. If you're thinking about working in a space where you want to have collaboration, this is the perfect spot for you. In today's episode, we are at The Address, which is here at Mutangari. There's another location at First Park Avenue and a new one coming up at a place called Mandrake building. And of course, that one is going to come soon, and the details of which are going to be in the edit. So let's get straight into the show. And of course, as I said before, we are graced to have Wixx. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Wixx is not a face that is unfamiliar to most of you. And if you even do not know how she looks or maybe who she is, you most probably have seen a lot of the work that she does. She built some amazing animations, she's and very unique animations that she's working with various brands. And of course, she's earning with it. And of all of this is coming from a space of self-learning. And that's what we want to explore. And of course, I don't want to forget that our
Alon is also here. He's also self-taught.
Yes, actually, majority of us have landed where we have landed, not because of things that we have been taught in a school,
but you've learned.
But a lot of things that we have taught ourselves. And I think that's the thing that we want to get into. And in a space where a majority of the future is going to be defined as we go, your ability to teach yourself things is going to be
very key.
It's very key. All right, so let's get straight into it.
Yes.
All right.
So one thing that we learned about Wixx when we were doing our small research was that she's done 3 degrees. In her short life, she has 3 degrees. Some of us, the best you've done is 1, and that's the best of us. But because of also that experience, do you think we overestimate what school does for us in preparing us for life? And that's after doing 3 degrees. So I think yours will be a very good experience.
First of all, asanteni kuni have here. This
problem.
is so nice. This space is so nice.
It's pretty.
As in, and the crew is amazing. So school, I feel like kidogo school is overrated. If I went back to school, I feel like I'll go back for the people and the conversations we had. I feel like the networks I created in school are really helping more than the education bit. Does it make sense?
Makes sense.
In regards, so I've done, I don't know if your people know, but I've done business administration. It's currently helping me right now that
To do your
I
own
have
business, yeah.
a business, my own studio, human resource management, managing my team. Inasaidia kidogo, but
You are supposed to be some HR somewhere.
yeah, supposed to be some HR somewhere. But times have changed. The people who work at Wixx Studios are Gen Zs. Gen Zs kidogo ni wa different. Yeah, I've come with one of them. Ni wa different. Like, so what I learned back then, I'm not sure I can quite apply it now fully. And then computer science, I feel like computer science, it's helping me navigate like different softwares. When I know what I want in a software, be it creating animation, it's for Wixx Studios, for the employees and staff, for them to clock in and out, stuff like that. Also, in regards to animation, it's helping me. There's this thing called ASCII. It's like numbers and letters. So sometimes I use it to create animation. Yeah.
Ski like
So it's 0 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 hivyo. So sometimes I create animations using Microsoft Word, using only numbers 0 0 0
So the
1
binary
1 1.
numbers.
The binary
Yeah,
numbers.
the binary numbers. Yeah, and then I create an animation. Either it's moving or it's dancing or it's jumping, whatever it is. Yeah. So that's the bit I can say it's helping.
And is this something that you knew you were? I mean, how did animation just come up?
So I started drawing kitambo
This
when I
was
was 13.
Yeah, when you were a kid.
Yeah, when I was a kid. So ever since I've been drawing people, things, views. Oh, but they have a nice view
very
here.
nice view.
So whatever it is, I'll normally draw. And then I wouldn't share with anyone. So ilikuwa tu kujiekea. Then yeah, that's how it started. Did I study for it? No. Actually, it's creating interest and then like going on YouTube, looking for inspiration, and then over time now signing up for classes. There's this site called Envato.
Yeah.
They have like different
Courses.
tutorials, courses that you get to learn stuff. Did my research, watched different documentaries. There's a guy called Christoph Neiman. That's the first guy I remember watching and being like, whoa, no one does this in Kenya. I'd really love to do this. He works for the New Yorker, the magazine.
magazine, yeah.
But he's really, really cool. He's a German. So I was like, maybe nijaribu nianze pole pole.
I think that whole journey usually is very self-learning. It's almost spiritual.
It finds you.
I don't know whether it finds you or you find it.
Yeah.
And whether you're talking about it in the context of, say, a farmer who's learning a different way of managing their crops, or even if we saw a lawyer the other day who was also self-taught in many ways. I think I also found myself in the same path. I think majority of us have had to create, not have had, you found yourself in a space, you've done what you did, and then now it's almost like because you're chasing the information, you are better, you adapt better, you solve problems faster.
Yeah.
And I think that spirit of obsession makes you
Brings the difference.
brings the difference, and therefore you I mean, I'm sure I've seen some of your stories of you leaving studio at I think spending overnight at the studio.
At the studio.
Half of the
that's
time,
true.
is it things that you've done before, or it's things that you're figuring out as you're doing?
We were even talking about this at the studio Juzi. Every time we are working on a project, it's so new to us. So even us, we are doing it for the first time, and it's risky, it's scary. Like even every time someone asks me, like, what's I have a hard project I've done. Hey, hiyo sitakata. But every time someone asks me my favorite project, the project that taught me the most lessons, like every project is different. Unadhani unajua vitu, and then you get a new project and it humbles you. Uko, hey? Yeah. So it's a lot of brain work, it's a lot of brainstorming. Like even when brands come through, we work for them. Like I normally ask them if I can do like a test out. We've worked together
Yes,
before.
yeah.
Like I have like to try out kidogo and then
A prototype and then
a prototype, get it approved by the client, because once I've done it, there's no going back. Like I can't draw 1,002 frames and then you come back and you're like, I don't like frame number 594. What do you mean?
yeah, and you've been there for
Be
2 weeks.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and so now walk us through that space between. So there is which one started? Was it BA?
Yeah.
It was BA and then HR and then
Yeah.
computer science.
Yeah.
They are so unrelated.
They are.
Kulienda
they
aje?
really
What
are.
happened?
Hey, so I growing up, CJ, I never thought myself to be cool. Like drawing.
You who says cool kids all the time.
Yeah, me who says cool. Now that's the thing. I never thought I was cool ever. Because now I'd look at people and be like, wow, Aki, they look nice. Aki, they have a nice talent. Because I mean, singing, dancing, skating, you name it, sports, like zinaonekana. But drawing, you take a lot of time and then you show someone you've drawn who...
They don't react the way you want
They
them.
don't react the way they react to other people. And I'll be like, Kai. Then started like doing research in the family. All the artists in our family at the time, Poleni, hawako wanakado. You know how artists, they dress, like hawakai pesa.
Unajua kwa events za family ukipewa crest wewe unajuaga wewe hauja make it. Watu wakipewa hizi soda zingine wewe unafunguliwa crest moto. Normally it's the artist ule mwenye ako na Madrid hapo kwa kona.
Yeah, so I wanted to be like other people but myself. So in the quest of wanting to be like other people, like I ended up doing so many things. Degrees being one of them, like business administration, HR. Those weren't my dreams. Ni ile unaona huyu anafanya, anakana make pesa, let's do
try
it. Computer science, so my sister working at Spotify and the husband at Skype at the time. I was like, hey, so mkona do, wachani
Utaweka kwa
waoneshe.
LinkedIn.
So every time, constantly. And it's not only that, like even in school, when I think about the subjects I did in high school, there weren't subjects I was good at. Nile unaona, oh, we anapita physics, oh, we anapita hii. Then you end up doing them. And it's not really my passion. If I could go back in high school, I'd have done art. Because at the time there was art. I wouldn't have done my physics and agriculture.
Ulifanya agriculture? But do you think there's a lot of pressure therefore? Because or is it, if you were to go back, did you have like doubt, or is it that you doubted yourself? Ama it's fear, ama what? And is it something that is changing now? Because it feels like, as you're based on what you're saying, it feels like you sort of like resisted yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether that is resistance because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. I think honestly it's compared. Missy Jui.
Or do you think
Now
it's...
this is for everyone. I don't know, for especially, I'm not saying my parents did it, but maybe teachers in school telling you should do it like, you should be like, and it gets into your head because you're like, I'm not good enough. And at that time I remember art haiko inaonekana like a big thing.
Yeah. It was right there with PE.
For real. Hata PE imeipita. For real.
When people don't have another thing to do, mwende mucheze na mosaic na mweke mambosho na madengu kwa kitabu.
And then when you play with clay, usichafue nyumba, it was never good enough. Yeah, so I feel like also I had the fear. Now, nikiwa sa high school, form 3, form 4, I remember fear, how will my future look like? Like, okay, sawa. So, at haiezi pesa, this is the one thing I'm really good at, but it doesn't seem like there's a future
There's
in
no
it.
structure, yeah.
There's no structure. So you keep looking. Unakatu ukiangalia Jimmy anafanya
then you
nani
ruka.
anafanya so constantly haujatulia una hope tu kwa dreams za watu ukihepa yako.
So how did you settle now?
Hey, how did I settle? So I think so did computer science nikamaliza. By the way, all these courses I'm doing, guess nani ana graduate top of the class?
It's you.
Wixx. Because I'm like, I have to show you I'm better than you. No, that's the thing with competition. You
always
want to prove
pushing.
yourself.
Are you a
every
competitive
time.
person?
Yeah.
You're terrible.
Sana. Even games.
Game
like,
nights.
game
You can't even finish a game night in peace. Unafuriana.
Yeah. Hata nikicheza na watoto like sometimes naambiagwa tulia.
Calm
They are
down.
kids.
They are kids.
So how did I settle? So after I finished computer science at Daystar, got work. Hey, coding in school and coding out here, my friend.
It's not the same thing.
It's so different. Because in school, I feel like you have creative freedom to do this, to do that. But now at work, you have like a team. You're in a team. Like hauwezi fanya vitu tu vile unajisikia. And then the deadlines, they're so tight.
They're
like,
not.
you
The
don't
real
have
world
a
doesn't
life.
respect some. Yeah, there's no reality to things. Yes.
So you don't have a social life. It doesn't look as cool
Did you?
as...
So you actually like worked?
Yeah, I worked for hata kama ni 2 weeks. Niliwork.
Okay.
I worked and I really didn't like it. And it happened. My mom passed on the same year I graduated. And I've graduated and then my mom passes on like a month later. And I keep saying this. My mom passing is the saddest thing that ever happened to me. But at the same time, it's the most eye-opening thing I've ever gone through. Because she's the one who told me, like now on her last days, she was calling me and my 4 siblings and their husbands, their kids. Anakuambia tu live kitu yenye amekuwa akishikilia. Like she has zero chills kabisa. So she was like, by the way, see, you stop what you're doing. Like you've been hopping on people's dreams for so long. When will you panda yourself? Like you've been drawing ever since you were a kid.
And then here you are
Start
ignoring
doing
that.
art, and I'm ignoring it. So I remember even being at work and thinking. So started working in 2020 January after she had passed on in 2019. Started working and I remember going to work every time. All I'm thinking about
Is
ni art,
why.
but I'm like, where do I start? I'm looking at content creation. I'm like, na watu wataelewa hizi vitu.
yeah.
Hizi vitu nafanya. So I used to do sand art, like it's like colored sand, and then on a
Put it in a jar.
chupa, yeah, you panga it, and
Yeah.
then it forms something. I was like, who would want to do that? Yeah, it was just a bunch of random stuff. So one day I was at work at like 10. Job imeanza kama 8 ama 9, hata nimesahau. And I'm like, hey, I'm so tired. Because of the deadlines, I'd leave work at like 10, and back then we used to live in Athi River. So going all the way to Athi River,
There's no expressway.
there's no expressway, and I should be at work at 8. As in, ni kama nyumba ni ya kushawa, kulala ka 2-3 hours,
hata
and you're
uonangi
up
nyumba
again.
kaijafunguliwa curtains.
Aki.
You are there at 10 p.m. unatoka 5 a.m.
That's so sad, bro. Anyway, so I felt like I was tired. Mentally, I was tired. Physically, I was tired. So at like 10 a.m., nkapigia Walter. Walter is my husband. I was like, mi nimechoka. By the way, nimechoka for real. Akaniambia, by the way, kwani tuko vibaya hivyo? Are we really doing that bad? So you quit.
Just quit.
Just quit. And I was like, imagine, sijui, there was, you have like to give notice. hata sijaonja mshahara ya kwanza guys.
Umeuma tu mandazi hapo.
Nimekuwa
end
tu
month. You should have waited for end month.
Aki,
Like the way
but
Gen Zs do
I
nowadays.
didn't have the strength in me. Ushaitafuta nguvu ya kitu and you're like, imagine,
It's
si
not working.
must. It's not a must. Yeah, so if ever there's a time I feel like I messed up, because how I left honestly wasn't right. I wouldn't advise anyone to do that, but I'm so glad I did it. Yeah, like living was a mess up, but yeah,
It also,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It was
So
a
now
good
in
thing.
that, let's go into that, because there's a bit of that is you being the journey of self-taught. You have to be resourceful, and you also have to take action in between your many feelings. So do you have a process for learning and
Yeah.
or is it just chaos, or
Yeah.
is it trial and error every time? Is there a thing that you take yourself consciously?
I think I'll say it's a bit of everything. Because there are times inakukuja tu and you're like, hii imetoka. That's how you know like it's talent. Like hauelewi imetoka wapi, but imekam. There are times like you have to sit and do it honestly, because I feel like when I started sharing my work online now intentionally in 2020, constantly I have to keep improving myself. That means me sitting down drawing. I have to improve on my speed, so that means I have to draw a lot more. I have to research a lot more
And follow through.
Constantly knowing that haujafika. Usifike mahali you tell yourself, see, I'm good. Constantly do research, learn, have your heart ya to receive criticism. I don't know about you guys, but I've struggled with that thing.
Are you the type of
date.
people who criticism is also inclusive of someone's look when you show them something? Unajua ile, if I show you and then there's not excitement in the way I thought you should have it, then I'm like, this thing is
ni
trash.
mbaya na wewe.
Nimeanza kurudi tena kuanza tena.
Yeah.
Is it? But you go ahead. You are saying about criticism.
Yeah, I feel like it's iko hivyo, because now I think being an artist, that's one thing you have to learn. Criticism lazima.
Receiving criticism.
Receiving.
It's a very strange place. Sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
but because there's a guy called Rory Sutherland. He's in advertising, advertising guru, and he was saying there are two paths. There is spreadsheet-driven ideas, which are careers that are based on formulas, engineering, and logic. And then there is this other side, which doesn't have necessarily a formula. However, the people on this side always have to present their ideas to the people on this side for them to be validated. So when this road is being built, nobody comes to ask creative people, what do you think about this road? Should it do like this, like this, like this? However, you who is doing creative stuff, you have to go to logical people and tell them, this is what I am thinking. And then they give you answers based on their logic thinking, which sometimes is a very complicated process. Because sometimes I think there are creative solutions that can answer logical problems. Kama hizi traffic lights za count down. It is easier.
That was a creative solution.
Yeah, that was a creative. It's easier to wait for 47 seconds that you can see a counting than just seeing a red light.
Yeah.
Because it makes people wonder, like, tunaenda saa ngapi? People start hooting. But it's solving an actual problem. So I agree with you. Sometimes that criticism part is it's
But what you've said is ina make sense. Utanitumia link here
Okay.
nisikize. Because sometimes I even wonder when someone I don't know if all creatives go through this, but when you've submitted work and then someone tells you, can you change apa tu? And you're thinking, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like it's taken so long to do it, and then anaitaka saa hiyo. Like kwake ni urgent, and you're like, I need time to do this, and they'll never understand. What do you mean you need time? So
it's
I
a mix
think
of everything.
It's a
You
mix of everything.
you teach yourself, and then of course in between there is obviously a lot of failure. and is there a process to managing that, or how do you deal with that? Are you better? Would you say you've become hard-skinned over time? Ama, what has changed? If you think about the first time you were doing it and now.
And now, I think to answer this, wacha niwapatie ka story.
So,
So,
Chai.
story come.
so last year, I went through the worst, the best, like it was the best opportunity, but the worst happened. Best opportunity, best paying opportunity, but the worst happened. And so US Embassy came. And when they came, they were like, we want you to be our creative director for now celebrating them being in Kenya for 60 years.
Nice.
And from now on, you'll be working with us. Nini, nini. I was like, wow. Tumekuwa tukiwekea opportunity ka hizi, like itoke too local.
And that's
so
big.
That's big.
Yeah, that's very big.
And you're going to present this big project to the ambassador on 4th July. I was like, sawa. And they've come January. So tuko na January, February, March, April, May, June. Tuko na 6 months. Okay, tuseme 5
No
months.
pressure.
Because hakuna mbio 5 months. Utakuwa umemaliza, sawa. So we start working on this. She's even cringing because anajua story. So we start working on this project, and it's my biggest project yet. So we need to work with mathematicians, like figure out the algorithm we're going to use for this project. A welder. We need guys for laser cutting.
What?
Because it's now it's big. We need guys who can supply for us easy materials tuna need because we need so much. And yeah, lazima be easy.
Things have to make sense, yeah.
So we are a team now of 21 people.
20,
We
wow.
start-
At least ulifanya HR.
Okay. And this is the project that now I'm working with the biggest team. And so niko na 5 months. Kidogo I had been struggling with micromanagement, but tutarudi hapo. So ni ile, unafanya nini? Umefika wapi? Nini?
Yeah.
So niko na 5 months, I think naweza. So we managed to do it, and at this time tunaiwakia kwa studio yetu. Our studio is not so big, so we are doing the project in our studio.
Yeah.
We finished the project, and now it's time to take the project to the site.
Wait, in between here, have you showed them what the vision is?
Yeah,
Oh,
first
okay.
of all, we had like to sit down for so many meetings.
Okay.
Sit down,
Okay.
take them through the idea, nini. Hivyo, like imefika point. They had even suggested, by the way, what do you think? We can give you a space here at the embassy. You'll be creating from here. But I'm like,
And
sasa nitakuwa naingia
control is a problem.
It's
Yeah.
a problem. Maybe
Yeah.
ni sao, na need chuma fulani,
You have to go.
na need nini. Like, na kuingia ni process. Kuingia embassy
Yeah,
already,
yeah.
check up ni 1 hour. So I was like, it's fine.
Na
I
huwezi
can
ingia
do it
huko na
from my
pliers.
studio. Huwezi. So we create the big project, and all this time, we are thinking, hii project ni poa. Like, tumesongesha meza kando, hii project ni poa. Kila mtu, ni poa,
everything
ni poa.
looks, yeah.
Imefika siku ya kutoka, ndo ina hit kila mtu, the project can't fit kutoka kwa mlango ya studio.
Because you are building it inside.
Because we were building it inside. So now
Ambassador anaweza kuja huko.
kila mtu anaweza kuja tukwena for the
We want to change the venue of the thing if you can come here.
mkuja hapa. That would have been nice though. Anyway, so we decided to collapse the project.
So you dismantle
So you
it.
start again.
Yeah, we had chomelea duku kwa machuma kwa makona nini. We collapse it. And then once we collapse it, tukaitoa kwa mlango. Ikafika chini. And remember, hawa ni watu wanawak na time. If you tell them you'll be there at 2 p.m.
You better
best
be there
believe
for-
ukifika 2 or 3. Why were you late? Like, you have to keep time kabisa. So collapse, tumefika downstairs hapo kwa ofisi. We are like, sasa si tuirudishe. the what are they called? The fish lines we had used, they had tangled up.
Oh, Lord.
So now we have like to panga them nini tukaipeleka site. So we took it on site, celebrate nini. So the process between where the site was, now they said we want the project at the embassy so that guys can be taking photos with it all year long nini. I was like, okay, sawa. But sasa, usilete, like your appointment kuileta iko in like 2 weeks time. I was like, no worries. So tukaenda kwa basement ya ofisi. Tukaisto huko. We even funikiad it. We bought, what are these papers called? The ones from Jengo, the black ones. You know
those
what?
ones.
Those ones. Tukaifunikia nini tuko. 2 weeks ikifika, I guess tutai dust. Then
I feel like there's something else about to happen.
To transport, we take
go
it. Friends. 2 days to now taking it. Tuko our cleaning lady ame request, please, I'd like to do thorough cleaning. Mna mind kutoka ofisi. So tumeenda hata huko downstairs, tunaotajua in fact. Tumekaa tunaotajua. Then one of us says, his name is Davy. Davy's like, by the way, si tunafasai kukua tukianza kuangalia hiyo project cause si tunaipeleka kesho kutwa. Tuko sawa we endo iangalie. So he tukawoka kawenda basement. So Davy alienda nayo na yenye alirudi nayo.
It's not the same.
Friends. Si same. Davy ako wase hatuna project.
Where had it gone?
I know, you have 2 weeks.
So you remember, Davy ako hatuna project. So the kids, I don't know whose kids, walikuja with wembes. They cutted the whole project. Chuma sijui nani aliiba. Aliona hizi nitaziuza ka scrap maybe.
Oh,
I don't
Lord.
know. We have no project, guys. So, project yenye tumeifanya for 5 months,
It just
we have 1 day to do
sometimes too much time is not nice.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think it taught me so much.
People, I'm
now-
guessing.
Now the people, how hakuna time ya micromanagement. Actually, that's the time my micromanagement went. Guys, we didn't sleep. We had 36 hours kufanya hiyo kitu. And would you believe it, nikiwaambia ilitokea better than the one we did 5 months ago. But najua it ate into now the money. But I feel like whatever lessons I learned from that, it was something I could never have learned in that short time. As in, hata inge take maybe 10 years to learn. But it also taught me, like, you can't be successful without a team. Because now...
How would you have done that without people?
I wouldn't. I know. Because now, back to the 21 people... Sisa by now kila mtu anajua mtu wa chuma. Ule mse wa chuma alitumess up the first time. Hata nilipata mwingine. Laser cutting. Hata niko na nini wase wa fish line. Kupitisha hivi fish line in over 1,000 small shimos. Mko hapo. Mna encourageana ma energy drinks. Yeah, but yeah.
Do you
No,
think
that's-
overthinking is a problem? Because in
It
that
is.
6 hours,
Yeah.
there's no overthinking.
Yeah.
You
This
actually
works,
did,
it
yeah.
works.
Yeah. Ni ile tumepatana, hakuna mambo ya meetings in 5 minutes. Si kila mtu anajua job yake. Wewe unajua ulikuwa kwa chuma, wewe unajua ulikuwa wapi, wewe unajua si wote tunajua Lego. Yeah.
You know, I found myself in advertising in a very somewhat similar way.
Yeah.
I remember early on, I had where I was volunteering. You know that period of high school.
Yeah.
After high school, that is. I was volunteering in some place, and they had an access card to British Council, and the library there has a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I remember sometimes I used to use that card, and then I go to British Council, and then people don't talk much because it's a library. They had a computer and some books there. That's the first time I ever saw communication arts. There's a magazine called So I used to look at ads, and I'm like, how the hell? How the hell did they make this, or what is it that they did? And I remember there was a certain white lady who was there who told me that her husband is a creative director at an agency. In between the conversations, I think it is during that period, and I used to walk to Bridge Upper Hill. Unabai tu mahindi, unaenda nayo. And I think in that period, I ended up with a portfolio of my own briefs that I did not know nobody had given me those briefs. I just used to imagine, I don't know, a magazine and whatnot. I started doing chokoraing Photoshop and things. And when I think the first person who ever saw that thing told me again, their boyfriend at the time was running, I don't know, a creative shop somewhere. And when they took it, that's how I got my first job. And I think I was 22 or something. Yeah, or 22 or thereabouts. So even when I was trying to do the art school thing, I was feeling like I'm going to do things that I've already learned by myself. And it was pissing me off. Because mbona amjui hizi vitu? And why am I paying to learn things that I've already taught myself? And it was a very complicated process because, again, you want to therefore go through the school process to get a document. But I already know what I need to know. So what is this thing? So I remember that's how it happened. So in between there, you do the school thing, unakasirika kidogo juu unapanda matatu na unaona lecturer hapo unashanga sasa na wewe ndio unanifunza na tuko na wewe kwa matatu aje. Kwani what am I looking forward to? So those are the things that used to bother me. But self-learning is such a interesting...
It is. And I feel like when you're younger, because in my early 20s, okay, so kwetu, when you finish high school, my mom used to tell me, okay, so that's the end of me giving you money. It's been real. So now it's up,
I thought it's only dudes who go through that process.
As we are 5 girls and my mom was like, tulikuwa wengi. So I remember after now, she told me that, like, there's stuff I had to teach myself. Remember na HEPA art. So like I had to learn how to bake. I was even a modeled at US. I modeled for Maybelline US. Like kutafuta tu njia za ku make pesa. So modeling, no one has taught me. You just unasha YouTube unajifunza ku catwalk. So and I guess part of learning yenye ime happen kwa art yenye now this creative bit that I'm in right now, that is how my manager Mudhoni said it in passing one day. She was like, by the way, you're now a brand. You'll need to teach yourself how to dress, how to talk, how to walk. Because now that's all in the brand. So learning, sometimes you might think you might be fixated sana on kama ni kuchora peke, the craft peke yake, but there are these other things surrounding it that you also have to teach yourself. So and saa zingine maybe cause ukijifunza peke yako, like itafanya lose focus on the main thing, which is the craft. It's okay to get people. Like it's okay to get a team who will learn on your behalf and apply it on you. In a
yes, it makes sense.
No, we only thought that needed 3 degrees and now what you're doing now, but now we're hearing baking and all these different things. And I think especially when people are in their 20s, you feel like you need to pick one thing and focus there. And for you, your experience, even whatever you did with modeling, with baking, and all this, I want to believe adds to what you're doing now somehow. Because so I also did computer science. I never practiced it. By the end of second year, I knew I will never practice this coding stuff. But nilimaliza too. And I feel like when now, because I'm also in advertising, whatever the difference I bring in actually comes from the foundations from computer science. So I never say I wasted my 4 years. So do you think that's the good approach to take? If you were to advise someone from your experience, do you think people should just be open to trying different things or not?
I think so, sema ukweli. And as much as people want to try different things, also a message to the parents. If you're a parent and watching this encourage your child because you're the first voice of reasoning mtoto anajua. So if you usipomu encourage, like ata grow up akifeel maybe siwezi. And now for the 20s, all 20-year-olds are Gen Zs, sai. I guess.
2020 ama 20s.
Or
20-year-old
Gen Z imefika wapi mwisho?
It depends
I
on
guess
who you ask.
inaanzia 95.
If you ask an 95, lakini that will put me as a Gen Z.
Yeah.
And I want to be a millennial.
Born
so let's
between
say
97 and 2012.
Oh, 97.
Yes.
So I guess keep trying. Like, don't, whether it's school, like, don't feel. There's this guy, a YouTuber in Kenya. I think he goes to different unis. I've forgotten his name. I watch him once in a while. And then there's a time he was at a uni on Thika Road, acha nsiitaje jina. But alikuwa anaenda akiuliza students, why are you here? Actually, majority said they are there because of the parents. Like they don't want to be there. I think also how you perceive something, it's very important. Your thoughts are very important. As much as you're in school and maybe unajua hii si kitu nitataka kufanya eventually, like you said, like have the positive thought, ita make sense.
There's
uko
a
mbele.
yes.
But if there's a way, you can find a way not to, I don't know if this is good advice, but I feel like hii pesa yote ilitumika on these 3 degrees, ingekuja huku kwa art, like where my passion was at the time, I feel like sahi ningekuwa mbele sana.
Is
like,
it?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I don't know whether to say that. Because on
Really?
one hand, your experience there then made it possible for you to do this thing because you had some...
in the way that you do it.
Somehow anger that you have like rejected yourself for long to a point where now you want to do it and now it formed the obsession. If that part wasn't there, would you have been obsessed? I don't know. Sometimes I never know whether to say. Because I feel like
I'll have done. Ama maybe ni juu najua vitu nataka sahi. Like I'm thinking, iyo pesa hata si ningekuwa na ka warehouse mahali nimejenga.
But would you have had the same mindset you have now?
Yeah.
Then,
will you
because
end up,
the thing of being has to follow a process of becoming that thing.
Imagine I still feel like if I went to art school
at the beginning.
Yeah, right from
would
the
you have known that
get-go.
you needed to go? You know, this is the problem.
Imagine I feel like I'll have done better.
Okay.
Like, let me like now ask you guys. Unadhani someone who has never had a shoe.
Yes.
Mtoto tu mahali somewhere. They've never had shoes and they walk from school to home barefoot. Unadhani okay, somehow pia uko na point. Juu akipata kiatu ata ifurahia more than mwenye amekuwa na
They might have.
kiatu.
That's what I'm saying.
But will they take care of the shoe more than huyu mwenye amekuwa na kiatu all along?
What I simply think is you go through experiences that make you either appreciate something more
or the value.
And yes, or I don't know what the exact word is and it's weird because I don't have those words right now on camera. But there's sometimes we, even in relationships, we end up saying if whoever you are at that point required your childhood for you to be the thing that you are. If that childhood wasn't there, you would not be the thing. And if you discount that thing, then I don't think Wixx would be as appreciative and as resilient to make a 5-month project be done in 36 hours.
Or even, because, okay, maybe I'm going to say this from a point of ignorance. And because this is the first time I've heard an animator saying that they animate using binary. And I want to assume it's not common. And I want to have a feeling that your computer science experience before probably is what made you think that this is actually something I can do, animating using binary. So will you,
But that's just like
Like a small bit,
like a small
but
bit.
it's- yeah.
I feel sijui, like I wouldn't want to say that I'm bitter, but when I think of it money-wise, I've tried to think where this thought is coming from. Money-wise, I feel like I'd have been making more if I did art
If you
from the
focused.
get-go. Because right now, what I'm doing, convincing brands and people, like especially starting out, it was such
A tough thing.
a tough thing. Like kuambia mtu asikulipe kama a normal influencer ama content creator,
Because you have
because
oh,
I
unachomelea
have
vitu.
all this that I have art materials to buy. I have all this time that I take, like to create a 30 seconds video, I'll even need a month. So I feel like maybe the money bit I'll have done better, and maybe just thinking that maybe ningesomea overseas or something. But at the same time, I see what you guys mean. Like I might think, unajua nyasi ukagreen on the other
Yes.
side. Let's
Yes.
be honest.
Yeah.
It's easy for someone to think, maybe I'll have done better.
Yes.
But maybe this is
This is
this is it.
This what the
Yeah.
identity that you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
required that process to
Yeah.
to
But
happen.
now going back to the kids in uni, not the kids, the young adults
Yeah.
in uni, I feel like they should embrace whatever they are doing then. Yeah, I'll say embrace it. Whatever lessons you're meant to learn while in that season of your life, like learn them, maximize whatever experiences you have in that season. Then when you come out here, ikifika kutafuta job, itafute with all your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a space, the space of education and knowledge.
Yeah.
There's a balance between those two elements where there is knowledge in the sense of like hardcore, theory, but problem solving, critical thinking, all of those things, whether you're doing banking or you're doing whatever, all of those things have to come to life irrespective in whatever it is that you're doing in this thing, whether it's the thing you did in school or it's not.
Yeah.
And therefore I feel sometimes this conversation of, we are wasting money on degrees
Yeah.
that will not be used, I still don't know how to apply that yet.
Yeah.
And it's even getting worse considering now that we are getting into a conversation about futureness and AI and how quickly you can learn things becomes even better.
Yeah.
There's memes around the degrees that will be of the future.
Yeah.
Some funny things, but
Yeah.
I don't know what that future looks like. But at the end of the day, we can't. You can't skip into that future
Correct.
and ignore what you have.
right now,
Right
being in the
now,
present.
I think you're right. Because even think about it, our parents waliambiwa, what's the future? It's the big five, you're lawyer,
Get the degree.
pilot,
Yes.
architect, whatever.
Yes.
But now,
Different story. I don't know. I'm not saying that it's bad to be one.
No,
yeah,
but you see, then you couldn't even know.
yeah,
That-
you
that's-
wouldn't know. It's true. So I think when every time guys are talking about the future, inaweza fanya ufeel kama what's the point
Helpless.
of having a high IQ?
Yeah,
like
helpless, yes.
constantly learning but sijui, like you never know. The only thing I'm scared for about the future is guys relying on AI sana to the point where they can't reason.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said you're scared. Some of us are excited.
About AI. Okay, I'm excited about it in terms of I can even say it's making kind of my work easier in terms of sometimes brainstorming. Normally it will take us, like if I go back to 2021, 2022 with the team, like coming up with a content plan, a mood board for a client, it will take us so long. But right now with AI, we can just give it a prompt of create for me
An outcome.
blah blah blah, something that I can show a client hivyo yenye itakuwa haraka, like I don't have to spend hours drawing and my prototypes.
But you still have to feed it.
Yeah.
The
The
because I always
prompt.
say bullshit in,
Yeah.
bullshit out. If you're not
It's
giving it
true.
anything sensible,
It's
you won't get
true.
anything out.
Yeah, that's the thing actually with AI. Like lazima ukwe
Yeah,
You're
you
still
also-
the
chap
expert.
nini. It's true. So it's making work easier. But when you think about it, Chat GPT, it's going to fika a point guys will be going for, because if you give Chat GPT whatever you're going through a problem, I feel like your prompt umeipea itakufeed whatever you want
What you
to
want to
hear. It won't give you the actual facts. By the way, itakwambia acha ujinga fanye hivi but so
unless you ask it. Sometimes I tell
Yeah,
it,
please
I
be
don't want no
honest.
BS.
Yeah.
Don't massage my ego.
yeah, don't.
sometimes-
But it's
But
still
how
going to
many
give you what
people
you
It's
want
do
good.
that?
Yeah, it's still want to go. It's still going to give you that.
Yeah, but how many people do that? Many people want advice they want to hear. So it's going to fika a point where whatever Chat GPT advice imekupea versus reality
It's not.
azingiani. So nakuta maybe Chat GPT imekwambia cause he's texted you ama she's texted you today she's in love. While in the real sense, kwa ground
It's not
vitu
true.
ni
It's very
different.
different.
So you end up being mentally uko sawa. So kuna jobs zenye sidhani they'll be affected, honestly. At the end of the day, your brain, I think whatever your brain holds, hiyo ni part AI haitaifikia.
Which is what you are the
Which is I think the constant skill itafika point yenye if you have a skill and you're so good at it we uko poa. We uko
because I
sawa.
always think the superpower,
Yeah.
whatever makes your skill good and whatever
Yeah.
makes your animation good
Yeah.
is based on the question you ask yourself. So for example, when you were doing that project for US Embassy, whatever you ended up building, there must have been something you asked yourself. What if dash?
Yeah.
How about dash? And so on and so forth. So I think sometimes the superpower and how I think this, because I think for me AI is like, before you had a knife, now you have a sharper knife. Or you have a combination of knives that are helping you do the same task a little bit faster and a little bit better and a little bit smarter and a little bit sharper. But if you're not still in that space where you are asking yourself the right questions. Right now, I feel like the superpower is being able to ask yourself the right question in every situation. If it is healthcare, we can say, oh, we build more hospitals, or we can figure out a different question to ask ourselves so that it solves the problem differently. The invention of electric cars was a question that someone asked themselves.
Yeah.
Why is it that we have to use petrol?
Yeah.
And it's not that it's only because of AI. I think, like you're saying, that's always been life.
Yes.
Industrial revolution was people asking why.
People from if we ended up the invention of the wheels, someone had to ask themselves, ikitu wheelbarrow. It's dangerous to mention wheelbarrows nowadays. Ikitu mbona sira nini tunaweza fanya ikuwe better. And I think that's the superpower. And if you use the other layer now, it's like you have 10 Wixes doing one thing, but in a faster way, and then now with a team, which makes the things that you can do even unbelievably better.
So you're saying the future belongs to the people who know how to ask the right
I
questions.
think that is the thing.
And
Because
people
learning,
who know how to reason.
yes, because learning is that. Yes, it's being
Asking
able
why.
to. Yeah, it's and then again, even when you're self-learning, whether it's farming, whether it's baking, whether it's whatever, you have to still ask yourself, okay, how can this be better? What is it that I did wrong here? And sometimes the quality of the question you ask yourself is what then determines how better this thing becomes. So the school system, according to me, should be teaching people how to think.
To think, yeah. But have you seen TikToks of people submitting assignments?
Yes.
And there's a way the lecturer can check if you've used AI, and then anakwambia, ai, wewe,
Yeah.
But for me, I think somehow hiyo si shida, because if you managed to give AI a prompt to give you such quality
Answers.
outcome, then si inamaanisha uko sawa.
In here. But if you don't know the process,
Oh yeah, no,
but I
if
think
you
So now
don't
when
know
it's-
the process, okay, I
Yeah.
get. I get.
if you don't know the process, then what
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, a chef still has to work in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And if whatever is requested, they still have to produce the thing. So knowledge, you can't run away
you
from
can't
it,
help
but you
her.
can change how you gain it.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is a never-ending...
It's a whole debate.
It's a whole
Yeah.
debate, because I also do not know where the thing is going to take us. I am not a believer that it's... Yes, there are certain things that will be removed from the process, like coding might be easier.
Yeah.
And someone who's never coded may be able to
Do something.
to do
have the
something.
result.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you still have to know where to apply that, whatever it is that is being given to you,
Yeah.
in a context that produces something.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily give every
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You still have to think.
To think. Yeah. Will you guys get a robot in your homes?
In my house,
Yeah.
absolutely,
I will.
100%.
For everything.
Yeah.
I would. I think we already have.
Yeah.
When we watch
Yeah,
the
the future is
TV.
already here.
The
Oh, no, but like, have you seen Kaisena's
Oh, that
board?
thing that walks around?
Yeah, that walks around.
Mi sijui. Me, I know, okay, we are superstitious humans as Africans. Na ikiamuka usiku anyway, let me not think I got it. But I think, I would. You know what? I would.
Yeah.
I would, for certain
Okay.
things.
Okay.
I think.
Like right now, there's already the ones
Imagine
that
you,
clean.
instead of setting an alarm, a robot comes, hey, papa.
Amka.
Umesnooze sana.
Inakuamsha na coffee hapo.
Ati like coffee.
No
Oh,
coffee.
like, coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it's a slap.
Yeah.
Ukienda kusnooze nakwambia tosha. But certain things, I don't know. I would like to see. I would like to see a farmer using it. I don't know.
But they're
for
already
what.
using it
Yeah, but
for some things.
I don't know where. Maybe in large context, but I want to. Nataka kuona moja ikikatakatia mang'ombe vitu. I don't know. Like,
'Cause like when you look at this big like the John Deere equipment, they're literally robots.
yeah, they're the robots.
They will know what to harvest. They will know when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact,
No.
some put coordinates and it does the
Figures
thing
it
in a
out.
line and then comes.
Yeah.
Especially if you have those 100-acre, 40-acre situations, you can't be using manual or human ability
Yeah.
to move.
So for me, it's an interesting future.
So
We
do you
don't
think
have
it
to
makes us more? Do you think it makes self-taught more critical, or does it make it harder, or does it make it simpler? Do you use it? You said you do.
Yeah, we do. Actually, we do, sana.
But it's just on the ideation part. I'm sure there are
Yeah, on
100
the
other things that
ideation
you could
part.
find.
And then now, have you been seeing these things for monkeys acting like they are vlogging, nini? I'd really love to create, hata kama ni one video. But anyway, I think for you to use AI pia lazima uko unajua kureason. So I think naweza sema iko sawa na pia
It's not. Okay.
yeah.
So now if you're talking to someone who is stuck, because the problem I think normally and why we wanted to do this episode is because one, you represent a huge bunch of people who have gone through that bridge of, I have all of this, but I still want to do this other thing. And I still don't know. Obviously, you said there was a huge nudge and it was internal for you to cross over. And I think it's turned out well and it's continuing to turn out well.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who's like, what's the first move of becoming self-taught today?
The first move. I think kujiita mkutano.
Museum of
And
Illusions.
be-
Umeenda hiyo kama-
Yeah, I've gone to it where you sit and there's
You know, I
a
entered that
mirror.
place and I was like, Wixx should have just
Yeah.
designed this thing. Because I think it's a very psychedelic place. There and another place that I think has reminded me of you is I don't know that any of you have ever gone to Kitengela Glass. the residence.
I've seen it online.
The resident, you should go. Please, just take a drive and go.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Of course, there's a story of the lady who was behind it. They found this big space, and there's housing, but nothing is the regular thing that I think they tried to do manyatas, but in a very crazy way.
Yeah.
You'd think you're in a psychedelic or you're tripping or something, because the key house has arms.
Yeah.
There's one of them you should check on Airbnb, which is like has a glass inside everywhere. Like Sauti Sol shot Bien shot a video in one of them. But it's a very crazy place. But anyway, I sorry to interrupt.
I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go.
No, I was asking that part where people are stuck. How would you move them from?
Oh, I think start by telling yourself the
Umejita
truth.
mkutano. That's where we
Ujite
start.
mkutano. And truthfully, you can be the best person to critique yourself. Wewe ndo unajijua inside out. Like uko inja you can
How do you
pretend.
get to jijua? You know, because I think that is another
Or actually, how do you get to the point of accepting who you are? Because you always, unajijua always.
I think, right, like now, let me tell you what I did. Ilinipeleka ka depression. In 2019 December, now when I was like, hey, naingia job, nikajita mkutano, I wasn't honest with myself. Ajiambia naingia job, this is how much I'll be making. You know, it's easy for you to think too, you want the usual. Nikipata tu nyumba, gari, tukopoa.
The template.
Nini, the template, kawaida. And then now 2020, after quitting work, nikajita mkutano, the same place, Java TRM. Nikaka hapo nje kwa kakona kelele za mabasi nini. I was like, now let me be honest kabisa. Who am I? I wrote down things I like, things I don't like, what I think.
You actually like...
I wrote them down. I even have it. I still have that notebook. Like if I came with a warning sign, what would the warning signs be? Wixx anakuanga hivi. Imagine if tungekuwa tunatembea na warning signs hapa. Like ingekuwa nini? Unaziandika tu zote. Unajiambia hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi ndio niko. And it took me in a very dark place. Then now from there, I was like, maybe I need to start working on it. Then now from there, that's when now I started going for therapy, started telling the people I need to tell, kama ni wewe Jimmy na feel ina it, mi na wetu na need kudeal nayo, we deal nayo.
Oh,
kama
really?
unaona uwezi deal nayo, then tuachane vizuri. You know, like, I think that's where it starts, honestly.
Do you have like a coach or someone, a man? Like, was there something that was a guiding element?
A guiding thing. Imagine, no, other than therapy and now talking to Walter and now my siblings, because I realized for me to be at my level best creative-wise, like, it had to start here. So it was with relationships with people and now the money bit. Because now the money bit, now relationships with people, nilideal nayo.
One-on-one, yeah.
Na kuja to deal nayo, tuongee like mature people, like what do you think? And then pia we uniambie vitu zenye. Unajua, when you have a commotion with someone, it's very easy to tell yourself, yendo amenikosea, you never see yourself on the wrong.
Accountability.
Accountability. Nipo kujiambia, by the way, hata mimi hapa nilikosea na kukubali. So with people, that's how I dealt with it. With money, I didn't know how I wanted to deal with it, but all I knew is I needed to be in a space where I have money to skuma me for 6 months. I keep saying, well, wataona hii meza? Wanaona hii meza?
Yes.
I keep, wanaona?
Yeah.
Wanaionea pale. So assuming this is me, hapa ni 6 months, nikwe constantly na pesa yenye ineza nishikilia for 6 months, hata kama najua pesa hai come through. Like have inaitagwa nini?
A buffer.
The emergency.
A buffer.
Emergency fund.
Yeah, emergency fund. Have emergency fund in that if I don't have work for 6 months, najua niko sawa. And so constantly I have put myself in that position. Even with the growing team ya Wixx Studio, like it's working so hard in such a way that for 6 months, God forbid, but
have
job
nothing.
ikose kukam, like I can still have this team for 6 months. Na
As you
do
figure
6
things out.
months, I think 6 months si mbaya.
Safa, yeah.
As in,
I mean,
Utaumia.
US Embassy gave you 6 months.
yeah, they give me they give me 6 months. So in regards to pesa, now I started really working on it, saving, knowing where to invest, being wise with my money. See, tu pesa imekam. I think my 20s, if I could go back money wise, like that's the place where nilikuwa napata pesa and you feel the urge to kutumia.
Is it?
Umepata
I think
pesa,
it
you buy
comes
clothes,
because
you buy nini.
I think it comes because that's the time you feel, hey, now I'm free. Maybe now it's different because I think
Yeah.
the age group of guys who are they were free a little bit earlier, walikuwa na masimu nini. Sisi
Yeah.
hiyo ndio saa. Yeah, it was feeling
But
like you've come.
yangu constantly, it was not even to furahisha myself, for people to see niko poa, nataka smartwatch, watu waone Baidhi unajua kwa hii squad yetu Wixx tu ndo kwa na smartwatch. And then what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So started saving kidogo.
Do you think
Eh.
for you to get to that point, it's
Yeah.
life pushing you there, and that's
Yeah.
why you got out of it?
Yeah.
Or do you think someone can just start?
I think ni kujiambia ukweli. No one is coming to save you. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Kikikumania kabisa. I think by the time I'm calling myself for this meeting, ni ile point nimequit job, hata mshahara yenye nilidhani I'll get the salary, it's not there. So it's telling yourself the truth. If it wasn't for Walter being there, as in who else would have come to save me? I mean, let's be honest, my siblings are also going through life. My friends are also going through life. They have their families to take care of. I think so inaanzia tu hapo
So
kujiambia
if
ukweli.
I'm getting you right, it starts with
Yeah.
honesty.
It's honesty.
Honesty of self. And knowing, okay, these are the things I am good at. These are things I am not good at.
Yeah.
This is the reality around me.
Yeah.
If I don't make anything in the next X period, if I
it
have
is
dependence, this is the suffering that's going to happen or struggle. If this
Yeah.
is the like that.
Yeah.
And then once you've done that, what happens next?
Then now sasa start apply, like looking for ways to get to a better place. Is it the meetings you want to have with people? Is it now starting looking for things you can do? Is it niyo modeling utafanya, niyo baking? Because at the time, what nini na kusurround yenye you can start making money off it. But then
So
for
what
some
value
people,
do I
for
have?
me, what value do you have? For me, at the time, it was money. For other people, it may be something so different. Maybe unafeel nikitoka Kenya, I'll make it. So, what steps are you taking to get there? Yeah. So, sometimes people, like there's this advice I was given last month. Sometimes people are normally busy looking for the right friends, the right relationships, the right networks. Mbona usianze tu na zenye ziko tu hapo within. Like look at the people around you, start there. So it's the same thing with making money. If maybe at home you make nini? Una make nini?
What do you mean money wise?
Money wise. Maybe una
100,000.
As in maybe you bake a cake
Oh,
and
that you
guys
mean,
at
yes.
home love
Yes,
it.
yes.
Then start selling cake to the people wako hapo. If you have you hear content creators saying every time wanaulizwa, how did you start? Just start. Ina sound cliche, but it's the truth. There's a guy on TikTok, I don't know if you've seen him, he's a Kenyan. Video zake zote hatumuonangi, hata si 144p guys. Like quality mbaya, but he just comes, laughs, talks, hatujui anakaje kwa sura. Me, the first time I saw him, I don't know if it was NTV or Citizen, I was like, oh, so this is how you look. Look at Brayo, the Oya guy, you know him, the rider.
The one,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Hatujui vile anakaa.
Yeah.
He was given 2.5 million atuoneshe uso yake akakataa. So as in ni nini hiyo uko nayo yenye inaweza hata kaita jumpstart before you fika that thing that you want.
I think I might sound like a preacher kidogo.
Yeah.
But so I read the Bible for philosophical purposes. And then what Kilumesema ni, okay, in that Moses story, where anasema, okay, God has told him, I don't know, go where, and it's like, I am shy, I am not the person.
Yeah.
What will I go with? And the question that God asks him is, what is in your hand? And that's actually what he uses. So I think that's the point. What's in your hand?
What's in your
This
hand?
is it's a very I was going to say it's a very spiritual process if you ask me, because you have to
It is.
You have to get there.
I think again, I don't want to sound philosophical here, but one of the biggest roles of spirituality is to get closest to your best self in a and I think that's what God's purpose is to take you to your best self, which then once you're there, because you're unique, you're who you are, there's no other person like you, you are able to create value, and once you create value, you're able to attract people, networks, environments, because a lot of what you say, I think, is a representation of that. Yes, there's the first, when you accepted yourself, you started learning things. When you started learning things, you started doing things. And when you start doing things, you started attracting. And I guess that's where we end up saying the universe is aligned and so on and so forth.
Vibrations.
Yes, all of zote. But I think for me, you represent that, and I think that's what I would love for people to get. Like,
Thank you.
it is not so much. Yes, one, you have to accept yourself, and like the examples you say, like in Abrayo and ever, I don't even know how you land there. I don't know that it's an intentional process, or sometimes it looks unintentional, but I think it looks on the outside, but I think on the inside it is very intentional. To the person doing it, it's very intentional. To external people, it may look like aliangukia.
Yeah.
But
saa zingine, I feel like when you do stuff bila kufikiria sana, watasema nini, watafikiria nini, wataipenda, like ianze na wewe kuipenda, then somehow you attract people. And that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, I remember starting out posting stuff on social media. I used to think the more likes I get, the more successful I am. Well, in the real sense, that's nonsense. Because sometimes unaweza create kitu brilliant sana. How many people out here share brilliant stuff, yet hatuwajui? Then kuna mtu anafanya cloud some nonsense na constantly they are hitting
about that, yes.
And it feels unfair.
It does.
But when you look at it in the long run, cloud iko na short term sana. So ni kama kuulizwa, would you rather upate 1 million sai ama tuseme some crazy amount, would you rather upate 10 million sai ama upate 10 million kila mwaka, but over a long time. Unaget? So nani 10 million ya bure despite you working. Unaget? So I think saa zingine si unfair. Like inaweza kasa hii.
It's unfair if you start looking and comparing.
And comparing. Ama mmeshoot podcast unafeel, guys, sasa imepata 200 views. Manze kwani hawasa ni tumekuja hapa, the address tumeongea nao tumenini. But it's going to make so much sense over
a period of time.
Yeah.
I guess that's the other thing that people need to understand, that because I'm trying to talk to people who are at that stage, because maybe your early 20s and whatever. For some people, it will happen quick. For some people, it will take time. For some people, you will run away from yourself and then catch up with yourself later on after 10 years, after umefanya HR na sijui hizi vitu gani zingine. But I always feel like you choose the path. And the convergence will happen somewhere. Kuna graph za watu zingine zinaenda hivi. There are some that go like this and then woof.
Yeah.
And then there are some that go straight and then it goes
They
down.
shuka,
So
yeah.
I guess it's that.
Just choosing your path. And I think the important word there is your path.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
most people think it's their path, but it's what society is telling them. Like
Yeah.
your initial experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's the key thing, choosing your
Yeah.
path. So, one question for you. Right now, we've gotten all these experiences. So, like on my end, right now, what I'm trying to write is 30 lessons I learned before I hit 30. And I need to complete it in, I don't know, 2 weeks.
Fanya hii kihara ikudanganya.
I'm currently at number 25.
Bado wako 30.
So I'm currently at number 25. And one of the points is actually that know yourself. Like,
Yeah.
that's one key thing.
Yeah.
So because nimelemewa at 25, I might need help to get to 30. So for you, what do you think is one really big thing that you think someone should, by the time they get to 30, they should have figured out, other than the know yourself one, which I already have?
I think how to work with people.
Okay.
Usitembe huku nje ukibanban bridges utamcut off.
New year, new me.
Yeah, new me.
Cutting off everyone.
Like knowing how to, I think I'll say that that's like one of my biggest lessons from my 20s. Like kila mtu ako na lesson ya kuoffer. Like even me just being here with you guys ni lesson. You can't go around treating people badly and expect great outcome. Networking, people network every day. Ni ile tu hawajai.
See, it's
title
not an event.
Networking.
It's not an event, yeah.
It's not an event. Like, assuming you're going for an event with Gen Zs, mi nitaenda nimevaa ka Gen Z, sitaenda nimevaa ma ankle socks ka millennial. Nitavaa socks
Sasa ni
zenye
Levionekani.
umevaa ankle socks.
Hapana. Nowadays I've learned nanunuanga tu socks are black. They work anyhow.
Utaenda umevaa socks refu vile hao wanapenda, cause maybe kuna mtu ataangalia socks zako aseme amevaa socks poa, wacha nimsikize. Unaget? Networking ni every day. And sometimes even when going for kama hizi events za embassy nini, like doing research kidogo, si hiyo kila time unaweza nipatia job, please give me work. I do this and this and this. Sometimes it's as simple as, Alan, I saw you have a dog, and it's sick. How is your dog doing? Then from hiyo mse ata shift akwe, by the way, what do you do? Unaget? So learn how to create relationships
are built,
with
yeah.
people. And don't think because you're in school with people, sasa si tuko age moja, kwani si tutadu life, as in tutakuwa the same part in life. Saizi I can tell you for a fact, most of the people who give me work, they are guys who I went to uni with. Wako, by the way, Wixx. Wixx. Sasa ningekuwa uni nikiban bridges.
Kisema una cut off what?
Nikisema namcut off alini. So learn how to create good relationships and how to maintain them. And sometimes even the other lesson is how you look. It's so important. I've had stories from friends who they went looking for work. Na mtu akasikia perfume ana their scent ako, what perfume is that? It's so good. You have the job. So I've had people lose jobs, like Walter, my husband. He lost a job because mkiwa kwa ofisi, sawa, the job is yours. Mtu anakwambia, let me walk you to the car. Anakutembeza kwa gari, anakuta it's sad, but reality iko hivyo. Anakuta una drive Wixx. So atakutrust aje na billions na uko. Ataona, huyu anai-cancel. So it's how you present yourself, how you talk, how you look. Kusema ukweli, saa zingine ni important.
And I think that presentation is also, you can only present what you see yourself as. And if you whatever you see yourself. So,
Yeah.
I think the other lesson there is have a very clear picture of yourself
Of who
in
you are.
in the highest form at whatever point in life,
Yeah.
so that it reflects. Because when that thing reflects, then you, as you said, the other connections start happening. Because
Yeah.
what the other thing I think that is, do you ever pitch for work, or does it come?
Honestly, 95% of the jobs we get zimekuja.
Yeah,
Yeah. 5% ni sasa ile.
yeah, kutafuta.
Yeah, I think Mudhoni is the best person to answer, but sometimes Mudhoni pitches.
But you see, that's the other thing, because I think
Yeah.
whenever you represent yourself in your best form,
Yeah.
that's where attraction also begins to
Yeah.
come, because I think people always identify with something that in a way that they also want to, like if people who connect with you, in a sense, you represent an identity of themselves through you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you it's like they live through you in a sense. Because I feel like that's how, this is a terrible example, but when we were growing up, you'd see Will Smith. You can see
Yeah.
you feel like that should be, there's a
Yeah.
representation of you there,
Of
and
you.
it becomes
Yeah.
nice when runners are
Yeah.
winning medals. Kenyan runners are winning medals. We are like,
Yeah.
oh yes,
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's us. But you feel
Yeah,
like it was carried there, and
that's
if you're
so
introducing
true.
yourself, oh, where are you from? I'm from Kenya. Oh, the guys who nini.
yeah.
At least squeeze side tunaweza sema the country where BN comes from. Just
So
squeeze.
proud of you.
Yeah. Like it's
Yeah.
becoming better and better.
Yeah.
But I think that thing, I
Yeah.
really love that you attract so much, and I think it's mostly because you are you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Asante.
ongeza hiyo
Yeah.
kwa list.
Naweza kuongezea mwisho.
Niongeze ingine.
It's okay to say no. No is a full statement. It's a full paragraph. It's a full yeah.
But is it a good? Because actually, I have that point, but not. I've
Yeah.
said the point I have is that say as many yeses as you can in your 20s,
Yeah.
so that in the 30s and
Yeah.
going forward, you can say as many nos.
Oh,
So
but
Because
that's
you know
why-
what no
yeah.
should be.
Yeah.
But when I say no, I feel like in my 20s, like it was hard for me to say no to hangouts. Saa zingine you don't have that money, Aki. But uko tu
Kula
hapo,
smoky ukae home.
do you want to go for lunch here? Do you want to do this activity, this? And you keep saying yes. And inakuwekea tu dent kwa mfuko because you don't have the money. Na so hata inakusumbua mentally. So over time unaanza kufikiria maybe these hangouts are not for me ama nini. So imagine it's okay to tell your friends, Sina, no, I can't come.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will put both.
Before we get to quick fire,
Yeah.
there's something I wanted you
there's
to.
a quick
There's a
fire.
quick fire. Is there something that you're teaching yourself now?
That's a good question.
Or it's less of,
Okay.
and it doesn't have to be at your skill. It could be like
Anything in
the way you're
life.
saying now. People.
Yeah. I'm teaching myself how to intentionally make friends. I even have a friend date this afternoon.
Okay.
I'm teaching myself how to intentionally make friends. See, like it happened to
when we were kids.
Yeah, like when we were kids, like intentionally meeting people, talking about stuff, being there for them. Yani, yeah, like it's so new to me. Yeah.
Have you
but
always had a small circle, big circle?
small?
By design?
Hata nikisema small, mi ni wale wa tuseme you're my friend and you have friends, your friends somehow become my friends. Like it's never me who made these friends.
That's why you're saying intentionally.
Yeah, intentionally making friends. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's something I'm teaching myself. Like, I don't even know how to go about it. Like, even Zana, I was asking Sony, like, so when you meet your friends, like, what do you talk about? Like, it's it's such a new concept to me, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Inasound
And,
utoto.
no.
I'm also in the same boat right now.
yeah.
So I have groups of friends where we meet at least once, once every month, and
Yeah.
we just discuss life and
Yeah.
philosophical things. And I
Yeah.
have another friends group where we also meet once every month,
Yeah.
and it's very intentional. Like we know on this day
Yeah.
we need to do X,
Ah.
because I think the older you get, also you don't get these opportunities to keep your closest people around because everyone is figuring out their own
Yeah.
shit.
Everyone has problems to
So
solve.
if you're not intentional,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and then I think being a creative, especially what I do, I can live in the studio, go home, shower, eat, clean, studio tena. So I don't think I want to grow old like that. Yeah, like I just want to know, like the person I'm meeting this afternoon, Joanna Kinothia, I just want to be a friend to, and the fact that she's also into business, it's interesting to me. I want to know, so how do you run your business? What's your person like? Niko too interested.
Yeah. Because I think your identity has evolved also. You started off as this person who's doing art things,
Yeah.
and then now you have a studio.
Yeah.
Then in between there's a leadership component.
Yeah.
In between there is, you are a colleague to other people. I'm pretty sure in your personal relationships, even with Walter, I mean, the thing continues to evolve. And
Yeah.
I really like that you guys even do a lot of things. You guys are involved in... He's involved in the ideation
Real
as well.
estate. Like my beat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It does help
Yes.
that there is a creative
Yeah.
bone
in him.
in both
Yeah.
people. So that's...
So in ideation, sana. Because sometimes you might think your way is the right way, and then mtu anasema kitu ko, actually. And it helps also that we are a big team. So you say idea, like me naeza come up na idea, and then you're like, actually, if we do it this way and this way and this way, it's easier.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alon, you want to go to the
Rapid
next
fire.
part?
Yeah.
But I mean, this conversation for me is it has so many like directions because
and tentacle.
it's very personal, it's very inward, but it's very, like the way we say, it's very misty. Like you don't know the next 10 steps what they look
Yeah.
like, but you have to take them.
Yeah.
And
Take the risk.
and I think because there is no manual, a lot of people get stuck in what they know. And I've had so many people say, hey, I want to do voiceovers. Can you help me figure it out? And I'm like, okay. So if you want to do voiceovers, they are part of production. Be in a place where production is happening. Go attend maybe a recording like this.
Toka home.
Toka home, but
tembea.
you can't say I'm going to start doing voiceovers.
Yeah.
Like so okay. So unless you stop texting people watumiange tu ma voice notes kila saa. Ni aje. Like
But
you have,
if you're not in that
if you're
space,
not in
how
the
do
space, you have to you can't. You have to
Yeah.
throw problems at yourself. If you like maybe baking and cooking,
Yeah.
maybe in your family gatherings, usijishikanisha na mekimona mavitu. We enda utengeneze yako waambia watu ndo hizi these things I wanted you guys to try. Before you know it, you'll be asked, where does this come from? Nini, how do you do it? And then I think we're in an environment where you can document stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you document things, people will see. And when you're not doing these things in a dungeon somewhere, it's art stopped being that thing where it's so inward. So I always believe that there's a thing, and all of this connects to, we are always told youth and jobs and so on and so forth. I don't know, go volunteer somewhere.
Yeah. Imagine see what tuko guesswork.
Yeah. Go.
Like even your podcast, if you feel like tomorrow you want now to go to people's jobs and
Do it
podcast
there.
there, imagine, give yourself room for like to grow.
Yes.
Like usijeke kwa kabox.
Yeah. And give yourself grace
True.
to understand that it is a process, and the longer you will be the first time you do it. So don't postpone that first time too much. If it can start happening now, the better.
That's true.
Yeah. But thank you so
wow,
much
that's
for
true.
thank you so much for having. I know it's not. I know it has gone this way and that way and this way, but I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I love it.
And
Hata hatungeacha kuongea ni vile lazima
Tutafanya part
tumalize.
it's because tunawinkiwa huku na mabatteries zinaisha. But anyway, let's go into quick
So
fire.
rapid fire questions, don't overthink them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What animal will you happily swap lives with for 24 hours?
A bird.
Oh, I thought you'd say a cat.
No, a bird.
Unakaa kupenda usingizi.
But pia paka si mbaya. But I feel like a bird just fly around, see what people are doing.
Do you think they
how
fly
do
around
it.
aimlessly? Do you think like kuna kwa na
But me
deadlines as a
ningefly
bat?
around aimlessly.
Do you think they're like leo lazima nifike nini Tigoni?
Ama inaka birds hufanya nini by the juu hata
No,
sioni
well,
bird.
we need to watch that episode, whatever episode of David Attenborough to understand. But I think they have a plan.
They have a plan.
We always think they just roam
It's like
around.
that one that actually flies from Norway, I don't know, to South Africa in like a straight line. And then there's like a place where they always turn.
Yeah.
People are like, why do they go? Okay, one, how do they know to go straight?
Yeah.
Then why do they turn here?
Yeah,
I think I'll also be a bird because now I can build stuff with my beak. Like I don't need hands.
You think it's cool to walk around like this? Kikaa kama headmaster. You know, when I was in class 1, this is a story for anyone who was in that school. Because niliambiwa until I finished. But we were told to draw things. Alafu mimi nilichora kuku na mguu hapa. So there was a phenomenon because Miss Kwan understand how you are supposed to spend a whole day hivi ukikula hivi, so I added a mguu here so that it can have support. But anyway, ukisema bird though, hata kuku ni ndege, so I don't know, you need to be more specific.
And then did you know chickens hear better than us
They have
humans?
I did not know.
Imagine. So
okay.
cool.
Yeah, next one.
Which superpower will you refuse to have, even if it were free?
Hey, reading people's minds.
You wouldn't
Hey,
want
that's
to
the
do
one
that.
I wouldn't want.
Me, that's the one I would want.
I also think I agree with Wixx. I wouldn't
Me, I
want
would
that
really
one.
want that one.
Because I would
Nitawachukia bure,
me first of all, I
please.
can't handle small talk.
Yeah.
So you nisumbua like in an event, oh, how you doing? And then my brain wanders. Naanza kujiuliza vitu mingi.
Sasa
Nilipea
huyu.
mbwa chakula na hajui ni nini nafikiria, but I don't want to imagine what the other person is thinking.
Yeah.
But I think also for me it's sometimes I've struggled with this, but I've struggled with the idea of how people see me.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to know because I think I would hide in a room every day.
Earliest childhood smell that you can still remember.
Earliest childhood
Smell.
Me, I once drowned in a river in West Pokot.
West Pokot
Sometimes
sasa tena.
I can feel like I can still smell that river.
The mchanga.
No, it sijui it smelled like what, but you know, ni kama socks zimeenda gym a month bila kuoshwa. But yeah,
It was a serious thing.
it was a
You went to
serious
swim in a
thing.
river.
We went
West
with my
Pokot.
siblings. Yeah, like you sit on a tire
Afu una
ukiwa
slide.
juu and then una slide ukigonga mawe ukigonga. So I missed one and then I drowned.
Me mine is ile mchelenjeri.
Oh, mchelenjeri.
Muinusa nasikia tu
Unarudi
inanukanga
back in
lunchtime. You know kwanza it has to shura. It has to that one makes me feel like we are back to 19 whatever. I don't want to age myself in front of people.
What? Oh, also pia smell ya Nakuru. That lake, no, not a
I hope you
lake.
aren't
Lake
drowning again.
Nakuru.
Were you born
No.
there?
Yeah, I was born there. Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
It's still so.
distinct.
Song that you'd choose as the national anthem of your kitchen.
Of my kitchen. Wow. Power, Little Mix.
Nani gani hiyo jamani?
No, I
Yeah.
know that one.
Gen Z one?
No, it's a millennial one.
No, it's called Power by Little Mix. Like I even play it while it's like,
Tosha.
not again. Yeah.
I'm going to play it.
If time travel were one way only, will you go forward or backward?
Wow. I'll go backward. I'll go backward.
But with the same knowledge you have now. obviously.
Yeah.
Ama tena uanze kufanya computer science tena.
With the same knowledge I have now. But now it wouldn't be when I say backward, I'm thinking about the people. The people, kuna watu I'll have changed some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which emoji do you overuse but secretly dislike?
I overuse. But I dislike.
Secretly, yeah.
There's one where the teeth zimeshikana. Yeah. I use it sana when I don't know what to reply.
Do you find yourself? Are you free socially? Are you socially awkward? Do you have social anxiety? People anxiety?
Like no, this cadet I'm telling you in the afternoon, I'm like, oh my god. Sasa
Tutafanya nini?
tutaambiana nini? Sasa yeah.
But you don't look like you do. But
Really?
You carry it well.
I think also because you guys told me about the interview mapema mentally, like even
You're
this
prepared.
morning I was like, I'm going, I am strong, nini. But I feel like I'm an extrovert in my introverted spaces.
Okay.
Yeah. But now I feel like now we are boys, so I'm
You're
calm.
easy.
And then you guys refused to send questions, so I was like,
Well, it makes you
Overthink.
Unajua see regular news. Unajua wale watu wanadanga nini? Jeff Koinange.
Yeah.
That one you need the questions. 'Cause,
yeah, that's true.
But here I think,
It's chill. I didn't think it would
and
be
there's no
this
wrong
chill.
answer.
and there's no wrong, and we really need you to be you.
Yeah.
So we would give you like the subject,
Yeah.
but we
Not
don't
the
really want to,
questions.
because you'll curate the answer. It's like today's date, yours. It's like you already had a lot to tongea about. That will now make it very awkward.
Yeah.
That will make it very awkward.
Shindo, I hope it won't be awkward though.
First word that pops into your head when someone says Monday.
Monday, kukuruks. Do you know what kukuruks?
Is it the jogo thing?
Yeah, like an nonchalant jogo in the morning. Kukuruks.
Oh, it's
Type she.
So no excitement. Me, mine comes with anxiety. I won't lie. But I'm changing that intentionally. I feel like Mondays always Sunday evenings make me feel empty. I don't know why. And then now Monday inaanza
You get a lot of calls
on
Monday.
in the morning. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It's and then I start feeling normal at around midday and then but I long for the day I will have free Mondays. That is what I am looking forward.
Ama you switch your Mondays with another day, you can't?
The unfortunate thing is you are working with other people.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just say ni self-actualization itakuja somewhere huko mbele. Tapatana naye.
So, last one. What's the one game in your competitive self that you know you cannot lose?
Hey, this one will sound like a dream, like it will never happen. But I have a feeling if I ever go for Survivor, and I know
I saw you post that the other day. Survivor, the one, the hard thing, the one where
US one.
is
That
it
one or Amazing Race?
Is it the one
My
they used to
brain
eat
keeps
roaches?
telling me I'll win.
Is it that one where they used to have?
Yeah.
Mimi hapo tuliwachania hapo kwa
It's
kukula men.
currently on season 49. I've watched all of them. I'm like, Aki, if I ever go for Survivor, I know I'll win that one or Amazing Race. You know Amazing Race?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Survivor is.
Yeah, but the ones now that I've played, the one I know I can't lose for sure. Scrabble, Monopoly, you name it.
Okay, we should plan
you
for
to that.
something. Yes.
We are trying to do all the guests who have ever come like work a hangout.
Yeah.
Maybe we were thinking of games somewhere in between.
Oh, nice. As long as
Hiyo
you
siku
tell me mapema, I
tutaona
prepare myself.
personality hiyo siku.
Nice.
But thank you so much for coming. Alon,
Yes. Thank you. Yes,
you.
Misha.
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah.
for your time. It's been really good, really insightful.
Thank you.
At least now I have number 27
Of
on the
your
list.
nini. And me, I want to encourage anyone who is thinking about, I mean, if you want to learn, just throw yourself into
Just
the
start.
problem. I know we don't have structures that support certain things, especially coming from a country like ours. But there's that saying, what were you don't choose the direction the wind
Oh, you don't choose the direction the wind will blow,
Yeah.
but you can choose how to set the sails.
Yes. Nasikia hiyo. Wamekuwa pasta.
Weh.
So yeah, you have to like we will adapt.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is not do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Okay, I've learned so much. Mmefanya nifikirie, kwanza that question for going back in time, what I'll have done differently. Yeah, asanteni sana.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
And your crew wanaka watu
Ni watu wa nguvu,
wamechangamka.
watu wa nguvu.
So it's been really awesome.
All right. So
Yeah.
so subscribe, share,
Like.
follow, like everything. Would really be appreciative if you do. So thank you so much. See you in the next one.